Hello and welcome back to SourceFedNerd with your daily dose of table talk, where we talk about your topics, your questions, whether you gave it to us on Twitter or Facebook with the hashtag tabletalk or reddit.com/r/SourceFed. My name is Philip DeFranco.
I'm Steve Zaragoza.
And I'm Joe Beretta.
I feel like I'm having like a panic attack whenever I introduce the show. I'm like, get all the things out.
You don't want to trip over that stuff, man.
Liv Lauren 7 says, name an actor or actress that each person at the table reminds you of.
Oh, that's adorable.
Well,
You get Jack Black.
Yeah, you
I do get Jack Black.
with
Yeah.
his singing
Yeah.
all the time.
You know what, Joe? I give you a Paul Rudd every once in a while.
thank
I
you.
got a little Paul Rudd.
The only one I get constantly, and I bet I can see you getting it a little bit too, is David Berens. I get
I don't
that
know
one
who that
on
is.
Twitter.
I don't know
All
who
the
that
guy
is
from
either.
Bones.
I don't know.
Big poofy hair. We both have poofy hair. We're white. You know.
You know, all the whiteys look alike.
I don't know what to give you, Phil. I haven't pegged you as a celeb.
Yeah, who do you usually get?
Well, when I don't look as tired as I've looked the past year and a half, I usually get Fat Ryan Reynolds. But this is fucking me up the past year and a half. Trying to think.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
can
it.
see that.
Anyone else on the crew before we go to the next one?
What about Dane Cook? You ever gotten Dane Cook?
Back in the
bit of
day, I had his mannerisms because he was like in college like one of my favorite comics ever because he could just tell a story really well. And so if you go back to my old videos, they're terrible. They're terribly paced, but it was like a Dane Cook
Very
ripoff.
Dane Cookie.
Was it like a subconscious,
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
What's his name? Elliot. He gets Mr. Bean.
You know what? Elliot got Carrie Kenny, too, from Reno 911, the girl from Reno 911.
he also gets Arya Stark.
yeah, from Game of Thrones. Yeah. Is it
That's funny.
well, mostly girls than not guys.
I'm sorry,
not many guys.
Elliot. I can't think of anybody that Lee really reminds me of. Nope. And Meg either.
Lee
You
kinda
guys are
reminds me of a
unique
cartoon
individuals.
character.
You're unique individuals. Unique individuals.
Oh, Trisha! It reminds me of the girl from Freaks and Geeks. The main girl of Freaks
yeah, I
and Geeks
can
with
see that
like
a
the
little bit.
military jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Whenever anyone that has a normally deep voice goes high, I never know what that means. It either means I don't really see it.
Yeah, exactly.
You
You're
can
right.
go it.
All right.
I kind of get what you're talking about.
The Dane Cook thing, it's like literally like you're just saying one thing about it, right? Because you're saying doing a little table talk, dipping into the little bowl, doing a little
It's kind of an orb. It's an orb. It's a half of an orb. It's like it got sliced through with a sword or something. Some kind of samurai slicing bull guy.
That's funny. That is exactly that. Brian Pope, Red Beard Raven on Twitter says, "Would you be willing to transfer your consciousnesses into a computer/robot body at the loss of your physical body?" Fuck yeah.
Near the end of my life, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, we're getting a cameraman shake of the head. No.
Whoa, what's up, dude? You're not into it?
Come on, join the conversation. What?
Why aren't you into that?
No, because you need to accept that death is part of life.
Death is a part of life, but
deal with that reality.
here's the deal: we're all gonna end up, well, hopefully, all gonna end up being 40 at some point when we really feel like
We'll see.
Because I think when we're 40, we're gonna like hear 20-year-olds going, "Oh, I'm so tired today," and go, "Shut the
Yeah.
fuck
You don't
up."
know what it means.
Die.
It's starting to be exhausting to live.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So I think at that point you're like, I would love to be like young again. You'd hope that like you're not like in prototype robot body that like can only be pushed around.
You're just
and like hits people and does shit that like...
one of those vacuums.
I
running
can't
into
love
walls.
you.
yeah, exactly. I don't know my own strength. I'm crushing you.
But I would totally go into a robot body.
Yeah.
Obviously, after they figure out the brain and the arms, you gotta figure out penis. 'Cause
Of course,
that's-
yeah.
Robot sex is gonna be a
Yeah,
necessity.
exactly.
Imagine that you know 5 minutes in, you're not like my abs.
Yeah.
Or lack of
What
it.
if you just end up feeling like an old robot? Just like you were an old human.
Let
like,
me ask you guys this: would you bang a robot? Like if they were like a person. So let's say your wife.
Is it a person or
girlfriend
is it-
whatever.
So are you talking like pleasure bots, like AI?
Okay, well let's get there
Spielberg?
because that I think no questions, of course, because they were designed to be that way. But how about this? If your significant other, their consciousness.
I'm just imagining an army of sex robots that have turned
This
on
is such
humanity.
a
no.
You're building like the most hypothetical situation.
Here we go.
There you
So
go.
the consciousness question.
Uh-huh.
Let's say your significant other is a robot, and they've got all the lady parts and stuff. Would you bang that person?
Yeah.
Sure, maybe, I don't know. know. I
Or
don't
would you-
know.
Well, it also depends on your imagination. Are you imagining like this steel mechanical thing, or are you going, Terminator?
Yeah.
I'll test it later tonight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, Heather, go hide in the closet. But first, here, let me talk for 3 minutes to this recorder. And I'm gonna take that recorder. I'm gonna tape it to my vacuum, and on my vacuum, I'm gonna put a piece of paper and tape it to it. It's gonna say Heather, and then I'll see what I'll do.
We'll see what happens.
I'll get back to you guys.
Can I borrow that vacuum after you're done with it?
Absolutely.
How
not.
dare you try and
Absolutely
say that you want
not.
to be his wife?
I'd put Sarah's picture on it, leave Heather's voice though, but I would.
What is happening?
We're all divorced.
Yep, yes we
We're all
are.
divorced.
My wife will never see this video.
Drew Corona at Corona Drew says, "What is your favorite sports team? MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, and etc." Hashtag tabletop.
I have nothing to
You
say.
go
about
first.
this.
Do you have any team, any kind
You
of
don't watch any
sports that you
sports?
like at all?
You know what? Because of my late father-in-law, I'm into the Broncos, the football team.
Okay.
Yeah, and only because of they're from Colorado. He was a huge Broncos fan, and Sarah's kind of like by default a Broncos fan.
Who's their quarterback?
No idea. John Elway.
Good job.
Is
That's
it
good. That's
is
good.
it really John Elway?
No.
Okay, good.
It totally is. It's
Or
totally John
Hershiser.
Elway.
The best ever for
Wait
them.
a minute, Larry Bird.
Larry Bird
Whoa.
led the Broncos to a victory of the NBA championship.
exactly.
I like baseball. I like the Mariners. Basketball. I like any good team basketball. So the Spurs versus the Heat was the best finals that I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing. Hockey, don't really follow it, which is weird because Montana should have had hockey, but it didn't. College basketball, Gonzaga Bulldogs, and what other Mariners? Did I say Seattle Mariners for baseball? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah. I always get to alienate people because I'm from the Bronx, so I'm a New York Yankees fan. But at this point in my life, I feel like the past 3 years, I've become one of those fans that only cares about it like late into the season. I hate that.
I grew up playing baseball. It was my life.
Yeah.
My summers were all stars. It's what I did. And I can't even watch a full baseball game now unless I'm there, unless I'm invested in a
Right.
postseason. It's too long. The season's too long.
Well, baseball is the thing I am the worst at. Like I was the kid they put in right field because no one was hitting it there because we didn't have many left-handers in the playing. But then I was a Knicks fan for a while, but then I stopped caring back in the day
Did you
after.
start carrying this year again when they got good?
No. That's the thing is basketball is actually what I enjoyed most playing when I was like growing up, but. No, I can't really get into it. Like I can watch the finals, which was awesome. It was really, really
so
awesome. But yeah, that's it.
What
That's
about esports? How about those?
I follow
StarCraft.
absolutely none. Zero
Legends.
of that.
I once blew a guy that played LOL.
Sarah wants to go to we're both not sports fans, but she wants to go to a Dodger game because she's like, it's the experience of going to like a Dodger game.
I'm not.
yeah.
You should go. It's fun.
Well, see, I have zero interest.
I know it's better than you think. It's more the experience. It's the same with hockey. I don't watch hockey on TV, but I've been to some hockey games. And
Oh,
it
they're
might be
amazing
one
in
of
person.
the best.
But that's
things
what they
live
end up
ever.
beating each other.
No,
up
well, it's not. So a lot of people go.
I'd watch that.
There are some people that go to the hockey for like the NASCAR syndrome. They want to see something nasty happen, right? But if you're just there, what's cool is it's such an enclosed like thing. There's almost not a bad seat in the house.
that's cool.
I've been all the way in the back, like next to the post where you're like trying to like look around, and right up against the glass. And both are awesome. They're different because you can just like smack against someone's face, which is.
Well, I guess hockey's different though because it's like right there on a. It seems like a more
and it's so
intimate
fast.
level.
It's so fast.
So fast, and it's 200, 300-pound guys going 100 miles an hour, but stopping on a dime. It's this graceful, like, Viking ballet. It's
That's
crazy.
cool. Wow, I can actually get into that.
Yeah, it's
I'm
actually really
interested.
fun to watch.
Thing though is if I do have a kid, I'm not, even though like all these sports I enjoy a lot, I'm gonna try and get them into baseball because pays I think pretty much the most right now, and it's like least
If
likely
they're
to
the
be
best.
injured.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me alienate myself real quick as well before
for
we
it.
move on. Green Bay Packers, that's my football team.
Like when Dick Pick was there, or
All of it. I grew up with Dick Pick.
that's so bad. Just years of being one of the most amazing
best.
quarterbacks.
Hey, he douched
ever.
out at the end. I mean, we can't. And the way he went to the Vikings, and I watched the Vikings then because I was a huge Brett Favre fan. But man,
Oh, I also just said I'm a Jets fan, which it's heart wrenching to watch them every year because it's like where quarterbacks' careers go to die. Like Boomer Esiason was
They
like
had
one of
Favre.
the best left-handed quarterbacks in ever. You got him. Oh my God, Tebow, who they used him like 3 times.
If you watch the Patriots, they're gonna like turn it around with Tebow. It's gonna be nuts. He's gonna be a linebacker, probably.
I'm trying to think.
Throw him on the offensive line.
Anyway, we're gonna get too into sports.
Wait, hold on. We need to. We can't overlook the fact that there's actually a guy named Dick Pick.
No, there's. Oh my God!
Who's Dick Pick? What is Dick Pick?
We're gonna move on. We're gonna let it go with that.
No, I need to know. What are you talking about?
Look up Dick Pick when we get into the other room.
What is it? Is it a move or something?
You should probably just Google it. No, that's the new question.
Wait, why don't you tell me what Dick Pick is? Because I only know it as the things I send my wife sometimes on my phone.
Just let him know. Just let him know.
It's Brett Favre became famous for dick picking a reporter.
Okay, so you called Brett Favre Dick Pick.
Well, I just did one time.
All right. I was like, is there really a fucking football player named Dick Pick or something? No, I really would have believed it.
Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus, yeah. Isn't there... Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
All right, let's see. Would you rather have no emotion whatsoever, always be over dramatic?
Oh man.
I feel like the thing is, I
want to feel.
I
want to feel.
No emotion would make you the biggest asshole ever, wouldn't it? Like it would just make you such a dick.
Not necessarily. You'd just be apathetic. You wouldn't be very fun to be around.
Yeah.
That'd be.
But I mean, how could you maintain a relationship if you have no emotion whatsoever? That means including love. You don't feel the emotion of love.
It would suck.
You have no emotion. So yeah, it's not even displaying emotion. It's just you have none.
You have none, yeah. You're like a robot, basically.
Because I was gonna say at first, like some people, they have stuff that makes them socially awkward. They're not able to interact.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like I'm close to no emotion sometimes, and then it randomly hits me over the side of the face.
I believe that that would be apathy is what it would be. And apathy tends to lead to inaction. But there's a lot of people that show no emotion that are just driven. You can still have no emotion and be driven.
But always be overly dramatic.
How about this? If you had
always be using jazz hands in everything that you do.
If this person, let's say Phil had no emotion and he was a robot, would you have sex with him?
Well, I'm going to go home.
He tied it all back.
I'm going to take my vacuum. I'm going to have you talking to a recorder for 3 minutes. And I'm going to put your name on it.
Yeah, perfect. Can I borrow it after you're done with it?
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, so Bubbles the Big Daddy on Reddit says, do you believe in any conspiracy theories?
Okay, I've noticed that the people on Reddit now have a game. It was the number one thing on the SourceFedNerd today, where they'll get us a question, but I feel like people are just making up names. Or maybe it is their name, and if we laugh at it...
Oh, that's great! I love that
did
game.
You laugh at it? What was it?
Bubbles the Big Daddy?
How can you not?
Honestly, I want people to do that. Like, if you want to... It's really easy to create throwaway accounts on Reddit, and if you want to try to make us laugh as a fun game for you viewers, it'd be great for you to come up with funny names to try to catch us off guard. I think that'd be hilarious.
So are you telling people to do what they're already doing?
Do things! But do more of it.
Go in and try and make names? Try to make
I think I will. What if we did? What if we
Why
went in
has
there?
Steve got such a big dick?
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, genetics.
My dad was really endowed.
I'm really glad you followed through.
Yeah, I sure did.
What are we answering here?
Conspiracy theories.
Do I
What about the
believe in
JFK thing, man? JFK thing. Government killed JFK.
You jumped specifically to the what?
Yeah, because that's the one. That's the big.
That's what you
conspiracy
actually
theory,
like.
right?
You legitimately believe.
I legitimately believe the government was behind the death.
I do not wholeheartedly believe in any conspiracy theories, but I am wholeheartedly curious about all of them.
So you don't believe that the government may have been involved
I don't know.
in the
I don't
JFK
believe it.
assassination?
I don't have any information.
Yeah.
There's no like.
Did we go
evidence.
to the moon, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, we did.
Thank you.
Of course we did.
Did we
Thank
take
you.
down the towers?
Oh man, that's tough. I mean, honestly, we have nothing to do with it because it
The
happened.
three in this room have nothing.
Yeah, we have
do
nothing
with
to do with it. But there's all those talks about people saying that like there was particular intel. There was like intel of like there was some kind of knowledge of a future attack.
See, that's my favorite thing about conspiracy theories and the way people talk. It's like, these people said these things,
Yeah.
and I heard them.
Yeah, exactly. And somehow we heard about them.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's
aliens,
true.
Area 51.
I want to believe in aliens, man. Universe is too big.
I don't know if Area 51, like
Yeah.
all that stuff went down, but I think that aliens do exist. I think
Yeah.
aliens, I feel like you could almost guarantee that they do exist. You're talking about life on other planets. I feel like, you know, with how big everything is.
There's a difference between that
but-
and intelligent life.
Well, no, even intelligent life. I think it has to. It either it exists now, it existed before, it'll exist later. The real question is, have they made contact? That's the only question I think that people could debate, because saying one or the other, like,
I mean, and what would happen, let's say tomorrow there are aliens here? What would happen to society? What would happen to our government? What would happen to humanity?
Would we take that alien, put its consciousness into a robot, and would we have sex with it?
Well, I'd take a vacuum cleaner first, just to test.
Well, I think that also depends on the aliens, aside from the sex robot stuff.
Sure, exactly.
I mean, is the alien hot? Does the alien have a good personality?
Right.
I mean, what if they're super hot? What
What's
if they
the
have 3
alien's
goals?
goal?
Does the alien want to start a TV series about how they're slowly integrating into society for some reason, even though it's kind of asinine?
It's a new fish out of water type story that everyone can relate to.
The real thing is, like, if aliens came across us, unless for some reason they were really like, just like, hey, we love everything, they'd probably kill us, right? You kill inferior creatures. Human beings kill inferior creatures every day.
But that's what Hawking was saying. He's like, why are we trying to make contact with somebody that's clearly going to be more intelligent than us if they can get to us? They're going to reap
Well,
our
but think about it. Okay,
and-
so but put the shoe on the other alien foot there. What if we went to another planet? Our goal wouldn't be to try.
we
to,
would eat everything.
We would eat them.
We'd eat all the pizza
and
that
we
they
would
have.
take their alien gold,
Yeah,
whatever other
Yeah,
things are there.
that would be worth
We
nothing
would
on
have
Earth,
sex with their alien women.
and their vacuums.
Well, alien vacuums for sure.
For sure. That's our our intergalactic conquest.
Yeah.
To have sex with their
Yeah, why not?
Sex with
Steal their alien
alien
gold.
women.
Because let's be
Take that
honest,
alien.
guys, it's all about sex at the end of the day.
Apparently.
Everything.
Apparently
gold.
everything.
Yep. That was the song in the Rudolph, the old claymation one, Sex and Gold, right?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Sex and Gold.
That's a really big tangent. It might be different for you because you do have kids. Does Christmas matter to you anymore?
Yeah, that's a good question.
My wife loves Christmas.
Yeah.
Hayden's middle name is Noel because of that.
That's awesome.
Did you think about, like, okay, but you personally, like, did you think about when I raise my kid, I'm going to teach them about the Santa thing, and I'm going to do that whole thing? Like, you personally.
Oh yeah.
Did I think about it?
Did you
I
think about
that
it?
was just one of those things that you know was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like Santa's just 100%. You're
Yeah.
going down that road.
Yeah.
Because I've got, so my brother is a Catholic, and he was thinking, like, so I want to talk about this whole,
You
like,
said that like kind of weird.
well, yeah, because it's kind of like,
He
I don't
was,
know. He's a Catholic. He's a, my brother is a Catholic.
No, go for it.
And he was trying to think of, like, the whole, like, Jesus and Santa thing. Like, can they coexist? Can Jesus exist with Santa?
Sure.
Because I don't know. It's kind of like, because in my church, when I was a kid, when I was in Catholic school, they would bring Santa into the church and, like, have
And
Santa
Jesus would
there.
come out of his
and
bag.
Jesus would come out of his bag. I'm for everyone! I'm what you get for Christmas. And I'm like, I wanted a Transformer! I didn't want Jesus!
That's the best thing you ever said.
But no, I mean, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, do you teach them that, like, you're good because you want to be a good person, or you're good because you're going to get a reward,
gonna
a
get
gift.
shit.
Yeah, you're going to get a present.
Eat your treat. Yeah.
Yeah,
That sort of
exactly,
thing.
exactly.
I don't know. See, that's the thing is. My dad thought that I believed in Santa Claus about 6 extra years, right? Like he's like, if Santa Claus did it. I'm like, I know you're leaving my bike somewhere. I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm not saying those words because I'm like 12, right? I appreciate
You're
it.
singing in
Father.
12-year-old language.
Right, but I'm like, do I want my kid to know about Santa Claus, or do I want to just like make some shit up? Since at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to tell them the truth eventually. So I
No,
want
you won't. They learn it on the
No,
school
I want-
ground.
yeah,
they learn
sure.
it on the school
But
ground.
I mean, are you
want
okay
that.
with
I
that? Do
want
they
it to
resent
be-
you for that?
No.
But I want
Did you
all the
resent your
presents
parents?
to come from Uncle Randy, who they never see.
That's funny.
And maybe he's
That's
in prison.
great. I love that.
That's
Maybe he's
really
in prison.
good. That's
It's like
great.
Uncle Randy killed a man, but he has a heart of gold.
He's also magical, and he likes cookies
And
and, milk.
he can escape prison
Yeah.
and leave you things
Yeah.
that he's traded. He's traded
But
for.
what's he in prison for, Dad? What is he in prison
He
for?
wants murder to
murder.
bed. He wants murder.
It's
to
also
bed.
a lesson that people can change.
Boom. Be open, and have the true Christmas spirit. And I think that's our table talk.
How
That's the
ironic would it
perfect
be
place
that-
to end. No, he said that's our table talk.
That's our table talk, Steve.
You shut your mouth!
Fuck this up
All right,
again.
that's our table talk.
Of course, if you want other topics, no, I'm just playing. If you want us to talk about topics, stories, sex robots, apparently,
Vacuums.
use hashtag Table Talk or go to reddit.com/r/SourceFed to post stupid gifs of us. We appreciate
Or just
it.
think about it really hard and it might get to us.
It might get
just
to us.
might. We
Yeah.
don't know.
But of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco.
I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Joe Beretta. We will see you later. Break the bulk.